This is the 5th kilometer, okay? Relax, relax. We're just at the beginning. Just take a deep breath and relax. Well, rather tell me, what happened yesterday? Did you calm down again? I went back home to Vivi, and then I sincerely and truly apologized because I really, truly acted like a jerk. I was like that yesterday morning, you know, and then, to be completely honest, I must say, I also gave in to the whole challenge. I really thought that this wouldn't succeed anyway.
Well, there are factors beyond our control. We can't do anything about it. Okay, got it. If this is not a challenge now, but I don't care.
We will make the software for you, but everything else is external. Just when I finally let go, after all, indeed, actually, Vivi and I made up. Then the message suddenly came on Slack that it unexpectedly went live.
At the press conference venue, journalists were already gathering, cameras ready, microphones set up. All eyes were on Zsigmond, as this was the first time he spoke publicly about the project's birth, challenges, and the future.
Basically, today I will present two very interesting special projects, which two special projects are quite significantly dependent on each other. One project, not only the future of technology, indeed, that is, but also symbolizes the future of education. The other project shows that with good timing, careful planning, and careful execution, and indeed with absolutely good teamwork, it ultimately doesn't matter where we live. We are truly capable of building an incredible global dream and a global company that inspires everyone.
Zsigmond shared with the audience that the series would be available in multiple languages. But here came the twist. He showcased the French dubbing, which, thanks to AI, was voiced using his own voice.
I kindly ask each and every one of you to not only pay attention and listen carefully to my incredibly good and impressive French accent, which I have worked hard to perfect over the years, but also pay attention to my mouth in the meantime.
Je suis Bodna Zsigmond. Ma première opportunité a commencé en 2017, lorsque j'ai imaginé Facecom, un logiciel d'identification client à distance qui a conquis le secteur financier d'Europe de l'Est. 4 ans après le lancement, avec 39 clients d'entreprise à mon actif, sans crédit, sans fonds de subvention, sans investisseurs, en tant que propriétaire unique, j'ai réalisé ma première vente d'entreprise à 8 chiffres en euros, atteignant ainsi l'indépendance financière à l'âge de 33 ans.
You see, at this moment, this is where AI stands today. It's unimaginable what direction we are evolving in. But really, with approximately 2 weeks of work starting next week in 50 different countries or so, we will undoubtedly be able to present this entire program in our own language, in YoloAI, in the product itself, and additionally, besides, of course, it answers students from their own books. We can ask Yolo any questions and receive comprehensive, detailed, and insightful answers. Besides learning, it can also help with everyday things. For example, like, a kind of virtual friend, starting from a doctor searcher to examining lab results. The current movies, the weekend programs, Yolo helps with everything. We just tried to sneakily sneak something in the last 2 weeks. My developer's hair was standing on end. But last night we managed to release it, and we tried to sneak something in, which makes education a little more exciting. So when we study at home, let's say it's not certain that based on the last 50, 60, 100 years, or perhaps even longer, we have to study alone at home in a boring way. But we are fully capable of introducing and bringing a little color and creativity into education in various ways.
With Rixie's help, Zsigmond also introduced the sound cloning feature, which will be one of YoloAI's innovations. This technology allows educational content to be voiced by students' favorite influencers.
I ask you that when Gabor speaks, please make sure to listen attentively and pay attention. Then carefully read the first part from all of this, and thoroughly please, if you can, if possible. Gabby, can we go now?
Once upon a time, there was a little princess who stood at the edge of a magical forest. One day, while picking flowers, she met a talking squirrel. who told her that the enchanted castle was hidden near the forest. Driven by curiosity, the princess set off to explore the castle.
We recorded it. We will now clone this voice, like that of one of Hungary's well-known influencers. We will clone the voice. And while Gabor does this, I asked the AI that at this moment, let's say, perhaps indeed we should maybe possibly, in fact, look for a chemistry book. And I say that now I will ask from this chemistry book, and then I inquire, just to clarify, for example, in simple terms, what is a covalent bond? So what is a covalent bond? And describe it in simple terms to my 5-year-old from this textbook.
A covalent bond is a connection that forms between two atoms. When they just share their electrons together with each other, imagine that two kids are playing, and each of them has a special toy, and if both willingly share their toys with each other.
So at this moment, we are indeed currently actually able to, starting today, because we could only do it with only a few people, but the biggest influencers and guides and mentors will teach our children through the voice of YoloAI, whether it's about covalent bonding, derivatives, or anything else in various fields, such as chemistry or mathematics.
In the next few minutes, they would talk not only about the app, but also reveal behind-the-scenes secrets of the series. And the trailer would be shown to the public for the first time. At the end of the press conference, Zsigmond took the time to thank the team for their hard work.
Congratulations. Really, indeed, congratulations.
We appreciate it. I would like to express my gratitude because yesterday, or more precisely early this morning, at 1:30, when we were literally doodling online while sitting on the couch, the team was no longer there. Because the camera was also asleep, I definitely wouldn't have thought that we would successfully pull this off today. But hey, put something like this together in 16 days. First version is out, literally. The first version is out, available on Android, iOS. It's available on the web, flawless, everything we can charge for it. The chat is working. The chat is working. Flawless, so I am very, very proud of you, really. Not that I ever really had a question. Let's say yesterday morning, when you called me to say that there wouldn't be a press conference yesterday. I was a bit upset, but that's just to slightly increase the tension. I knew that we would pull it together. Because of the shooting?
Okay, so indeed, thank you very much indeed. We won't let go, okay? Right. My development is releasing. There are many features like that, which is not released yet. It needs to be released in the coming weeks. We definitely need to implement the new features by the end of the year. So specifically here, the features that support the teachers. And as my dear and cherished friend Imre would often remind us, we simply need to focus on selling the product.
The press conference went well. At least I felt very good. There were newspapers, magazines, and there was television there. So absolutely everyone we wanted, indeed each and every one of them, without exception, to be there was present. After the presentation, right, there were interviews. In these interviews, we naturally talked about technology. But there were also many tabloid-style questions. My wife, Vivian, has been in the public eye for a long time. Truly and openly lives her life in front of the public, so most people... My answers related to tabloid issues will certainly be interesting for her, and have indeed been undoubtedly interesting. But sometimes it's not the headlines that make a big splash, but the innovations that are quietly being developed in the background.
America is now on the horizon, but no one can relax just yet. Gabor and Zsigmond will depart in a few days, but the action continues in the background. Every member of the team is working on their own front, Organizing, planning, new ideas emerging. Here, no one thinks we're done, because there are always new things to fine-tune. The real work doesn't end with the launch.
What's up, my dear?
Look, the first articles have been published.
Oh, really?
They are writing good things. Also, regarding the show, a little bit more about it, perhaps.
Wow, that's great. Turn it down, but almost certainly all of them displayed.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's really absolutely great. This is indeed very good.
So how are we doing with numbers?
Well, I don't really know that yet.
Well, I don't know, as that's what we discussed with Gabor, that we will check it out in 24 hours more precisely, he knows. But no.
But don't do that. Aren't you curious now?
Yes, I'm very curious, but I don't know. So Gabor is responsible for that, not tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Tomorrow, why are you playing paddle tomorrow?
But I'm going to paddle for a little while, and then after paddle, I'll call. Or I'll go into the office, and then we'll see, and I'll call you, I promise, okay? I'll maybe just call you on FaceTime, okay? You will be the first. But I hope that we have a few hundred, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 downloads. There are quite a few appearances. Well, listen, Marcy's team is also skilled, so a lot has been published there as well.
I'm very curious about it.
When will you post it?
Excuse me.
When will you post it?
Well, whenever you say...
Okay, talk to Marcy and the others, all right? Or perhaps even later tonight or tomorrow.